I don't know.
I think
Scott
we're gonna miss one person today, right?
We're missing Michael, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just got jumped on by cats.
Oh no, life is hard.
Mm-hmm.
When the cat goes from the window to your guts, it kind of is. No barking. There's nothing worse than a jealous dog seeing that there's really good barbecue in the bedroom and thinking the cats are going to get some. Like, I'm going to waste good barbecue on cats.
Cats are good barbecue.
It's obviously a Friday.
Yes, thank
It
goodness.
certainly is. And I have to go into work on Sunday.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. But extra hours, so
Extra OT is good. OT is
Overtime.
definitely good.
overtime is good.
As we all get silent.
Mm-hmm.
Let me message Scott again. After all, Scott was the one checking if we were gaming in the chat last.
Yep. When does daylight savings time end? I don't actually know the answer to that question.
It's near the beginning of September, November. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like November 3rd or something. I'd have to check the calendar, but
That
Alright.
sounds right.
I hate it.
Yeah, I've never had to do it, so.
Well, we don't do it here, but because I work with a call center, we have to make adjustments.
Yeah.
The site that I
It's-
cover, they're in the Philippines, so
Mm.
they don't change. But because the project is in Mountain Standard Time,
Yeah, that's no fun.
Looks
It's
like
kind of important.
it's always the first Sunday in November.
I think it's like the 3rd or something.
Well, hold on. If it's on Mountain Standard Time, then the time should never change for you. Because we're always on Mountain Standard Time.
No,
we
we're
are
not.
Mountain
We match-
Standard Time.
No,
We match Pacific. We're on Arizona time.
Yeah.
Arizona time is separate.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
Mountain
move our
Standard.
clocks.
Yeah, but Mountain Standard Time and Mountain Daylight Time are two separate things. We are technically always Mountain Standard Time. Because we are never Mountain Daylight Time.
But we are currently Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, we match Pacific. Oh,
Oh? Are you okay?
sorry. Yeah, no, my character almost tried to kill herself.
What did you do? Or are you
I
playing
accidentally
WoW?
hit disengage and almost launched myself off of a cliff.
Stop playing
Oof.
World of Warcraft. You're supposed to be playing Realms of Terranoth.
I have it up.
In her defense, I'm also playing a game.
I'm going for another Zelda Reputation.
Sign of the COVID generation. Remember at your game table when you only had to worry about players on their phones.
Yep. Now I'm playing a game on Steam.
Well, we haven't started playing, so
Yeah.
and all I'm doing is killing stuff. I'm just like mass murdering in the Grand.
All I'm doing is clicking stuff and then turning on the auto clicker.
Oddly enough, that was my plan today, is just kill a bunch of stuff. Oh, wait. You guys are made of stuff.
Well, that'd be one way to end the campaign.
Of course, I may have to go check on the 3D printer.
Did you start printing something else?
I did. I was trying to get the that rainbow cartridge back to copper, so I was printing a few tiny little things.
Ah.
Oh, I had a conversation at work today. I need you guys' opinions.
Okay.
Chocolate chip cookies or oatmeal raisin cookies?
Chocolate chip.
It depends. Do you like these people?
It's not that. It's just which do you prefer?
That would be chocolate chip, preferably chewy chocolate chips, as opposed to like week old stale.
I would
all suck.
I would say that oatmeal chocolate chip cookies are better than the false chocolate.
Ooh.
I'm sorry if someone has given you oatmeal raisin cookies and your eyes don't work. That's hardly anyone else's fault but your own.
You know, there are times and places to enjoy a good oatmeal cookie. I'm just saying. It's like snickerdoodles. There are a time and a place that the seasoning and flavor is appropriate. But
I
when
know,
in doubt,
snickerdoodles are awesome.
when in doubt,
Snickerdoodles are
chocolate.
good. But a good, like, warm, a bit chewy oatmeal raisin cookie with a good amount of cinnamon in it.
Ooh.
Just like fresh out of the oven.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that over a chocolate chip cookie.
Especially if, let's be honest, the old
Yeah.
secret ingredient of putting lard in the cookies so they never go stale.
Yep.
It's disgusting, but tastes amazing. I'm just saying.
That's a bit unfair for the way that you describe the oatmeal cookie versus a chocolate chip, though. Like, if you gave the chocolate chip the same amount of love as you gave that oatmeal cookie you described, I think the chocolate chip would be better.
A perfect chocolate chip cookie, nice and gooey and chewy, almost undercooked in the middle, but crispy on the outside.
Yep. With very few chocolate chips in mine. I prefer like that buttery taste to the cookie. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm gonna have the perfect chocolate chip cookie, I'm gonna have like it's not gonna be chocolate chips. It's gonna be like chocolate chunks,
Mm.
and then some walnuts too.
Or the holiday Hershey kiss in the center of each cookie.
Well, those are peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are.
I also like it when the bones are crunchy.
Yep.
Crunchy bones.
As opposed to your character in the previous campaign who liked it when there were no bones at all.
Yes. And well, this is called role playing. The art of taking on a different type of psychology that is alien to you.
It's all about changing things up and not playing the same character in every genre.
Hey, look at that. Raymond just responded to the Star Wars chat. He wants to be an engineer, which is cool, but like I'm doing rigor, so I'm like already halfway to engineer anyway.
See, here I was thinking he wasn't even going to be in that game because he's been so silent in that conversation.
Yeah. He's been hard to get a hold of.
Whoa.
Though I was glad in that group chat when you said you were going ace rigger because I'm like, great. So we have a crazy pilot that can take the stick and the crazy co-pilot who can fix the shit when he crashes it.
Exactly. And I am going to be an old veteran of the fucking Clone Wars, who was just a transport pilot and now is in the Empire.
I was
Because,
going
you
to
know,
say,
the
are you
Empire
going
is
to
the
go,
legitimate successor.
or you could always go retired clone.
Nah,
Retired
Nope.
clones don't have a long shelf life.
exactly.
That's why it's only 15 years after the war and they're old farts.
No, I'm going to be like an
Accelerated
old hand.
aging is great until you hit your 20s.
Yeah, I'm
But what if
gonna do an old man, and I am absolutely getting that room for the envoy, for the dramatic envoy, because I have time and grade over anyone else on that fucking ship. And I fought in a goddamn war, and I saw the Jedi, and the goddamn that fucking upstart Inquisitorius isn't gonna fucking phase me. But also, I have 4 int and 4 agility, so I'm a pretty damn good engineer.
Oh no! Apparently, I just found out that cauliflower waffles are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a lie.
That just sounds so wrong.
I mean, I understand. You know, I have had friends that have celiac. You know, they cannot do this. But I'm not sure I would subject them to a cauliflower waffle voluntarily.
I've had them. They're not the worst thing in the world.
They're not the best thing in the world either.
And the nice thing is with waffles is they have that nice crisp burnt skin to the waffle.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's burnt cauliflower.
Well,
that can cover up.
They need to have that skin, or else the syrup just flows through them. They get soggy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to hear the bad side.
No, it should be able to hold the syrup comfortably without, getting soggy right away. And I prefer each little crevice of the waffle buttered. That way it
more
blends
butter.
with the and not too much syrup, not like just a little dollop of syrup in each little.
Because that's the perfect setup.
That's I would say so.
More butter.
It has to be real butter, not that margarine crap.
No one thinks that margarine is butter.
I believe I was told once that there's like only one molecule of difference between margarine and plastic.
Yep. That is correct. But also, there is only a 1 molecule difference between margarine and pretty much most things.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically hydrocarbons.
You're a hydrocarbon.
It's 1 molecule away from being gasoline. It's 1 molecule away from being butter. It's 1 molecule away from being the fat that grows on beef.
Yeah.
Like, it's 1 molecule's quite a ways to go.
You mean that's the difference between lead and gold?
No, the difference between lead and gold is a couple of protons.
Of course, if butter or margarine melts, ants won't touch it. So that's another sign.
I mean, same goes for Splenda.
Mm-hmm. If ants won't eat it, that might be a sign.
Splenda's perfectly good for you.
I do have to admit I have a diet soda addiction with Diet Pepsi.
I have a strange fondness for Diet Dr. Pepper.
I don't like any diet sodas. They all just taste disgusting to me. But the worst one is definitely Diet Coke. Diet Coke is the worst one.
Yeah, I mean,
Tab.
I know a guy that, and to this day,
flavor.
all he drinks is Tab.
That's some kind of trauma bonding bullshit.
Seriously, it's the only thing that he drinks.
I was in Keesler Air Force Base. There was like 6 people in my class, and we got like a thing of tab because they had it at the commissary for some reason. These are like we're 6 early 20s guys. It was like a 12-pack. We couldn't finish the tab between the.
We have the grocery store special order it for him.
One thing I do get from my grocery store near me is pineapple Fanta because it is the best soda ever made.
I
don't disagree, but I also don't know if it's because the Fanta is good or because I remember the Fanta Girls commercials and they were instrumental to me as a young man.
You can never go wrong with the Fanta Girls. I mean, don't you wanna?
Wanna Fanta?
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of the nostalgia is just it's there, and then also it's a damn good soda. And the pineapple Fanta is phenomenal.
Fanta Orange is also very, very good.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty much all the Fantas are good.
I try to avoid sugar, but I adore Code Red. I don't know. There's something about Code Red. I could drink that stuff like water.
Cherry flavored.
I can't do Code Red anymore because it's the same base that I was drinking the tab at. Whenever we would have a test, so these are like 10 to 12 hours class days. Whenever we'd have a test, we'd be at the classroom at like 4:30 in the morning. We would get a Mountain Dew Code Red and a Red Bull, and you chug half of the Code Red, pour the Red Bull in there, and then chug what was left, and you usually regained consciousness after you were done with the test.
The important thing is you're in a sugar-induced fugue state where you can walk through walls and pluck knowledge from the air.
Exactly.
Osmosis, actually. You're learning things through osmosis. You're absorbing them through. Oh my god.
And I've got my arm captured by a cat who's clawing my fingers currently.
Of course, when you know how Mountain Dew also does the Game Fuel. Oh my god, I loved the
Horde flavor.
Horde Game Fuel. Oh my god, it was so good.
I think there were when I still lived with my parents. I think there were some LAN centers that had like the mana potions or health
you just said the words LAN centers.
Yes, back in the day. I think I used to like those, or what it like the Balls energy drinks. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's probably because I had terrible taste, and not at all because they were good.
The fact they tasted horrible, but that's okay because you couldn't taste that.
Yeah. At that point, you've been playing video games for 6 hours. It's 4:00 in the morning, and you don't care about anything.
The first time I ever had an energy drink, it was before Jim and I were dating. He gave me a Diet Rockstar.
Oh.
And I had never had one before. I apparently had gone home and I was talking 1,000,000 miles per hour. And my sister's like, "What the hell?" It's like, "Oh my god, Jim, give me this energy drink." And I'm like, so then I started drinking them all the time, and then I got like totally messed up, and I'm like, I have never had a energy drink since.
We had a bad energy drink habit back in the day.
Yeah. But I would do the Diet Rockstar because it wasn't as sweet.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't pure glycerin.
Glycerine. Scott here yet?
I have not heard him click on yet.
Oh, my food's supposed to arrive in 7 to 10 minutes at this rate.
Hey.
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 Norm.
It's like, it depends. If it's DoorDash and it says, 10 minutes, it'll be a half hour.
Well,
Not always.
I can see the guy just picked it up and is now heading to me.
It's a Friday night, so,
It's like 3 lights away.
Until he gets to your street and then turns the other way.
Right.
Picking up another order. So
that's when I just go ballistic.
As we just hear this slew of language come out of him. What happened? Oh, DoorDash.
I ordered chimichanga from El Merendero.
Ooh, you definitely don't want that coming cold.
Exactly.
Look at that nice, clean Destiny Point, Story Point pool. Nowhere near like the Star Wars one where we all get screwed when it's all bad rolls.
Which it always is.
So is everybody ready?
Are you ready to rumble?
So many things going on at once.
Oh, so look. Is Tim's character going to be here, or are we just going to decide he's gone?
Tim threw himself on a pile of people to buy you time.
All right.
Tim
like, otherwise, it's like, am I going to have to play his character?
He will not live long and prosper. He will be chained up in the warlord's dungeon, and not the one for prisoners.
His last words, do you know the Muffin Man? To which they respond, the Muffin Man?
I think the warlord was the type that liked to eat muffin.
She's bluffing with her muffin.
God damn it, we've gone full circle back to the first fucking shit. The very first session.
This is how these things work. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative. I mean,
everybody clap your hands.
Okay.
Is this going to be vigilance or cool? I don't remember anymore.
At this point, everybody knows what's happening and things are happening and all kinds of craziness is going on. So it's definitely going to be cool at this point. Ooh, look at that. Somebody's super cool.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of Twyla's job.
Cool
hey, I'm always, if we're prepared, she's prepared. She's rehearsed, so of course she's ready to be on.
She's prepared from a certain point of view.
Sorry, 3 hours of karaoke today, so I'm a little...
Ooh, I didn't know you karaoke.
Yeah, it was the karaoke day.
Totally the play on words.
Every once in a while, Carrie and I will get one of those private rooms at round 1, and we just have fun.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
For this next Star Wars game, since we're doing an Imperial game, after this one, I think we should do a good old-fashioned X-Wing Squadron game.
Oh, that's our Saturday night Star Wars group.
Oh.
Now, are you talking Friday night or the Sunday Star Wars group?
The Sunday Star Wars group.
That might be an option out there. Or who knows? Maybe Twilight Imperium will finally be out by then.
Ooh. Yeah, I know for... I mean, hell,
half that group on the Sunday nights was in my Twilight Imperium Genesis game, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Dave and Anshin, Raymond, me, you. Wow, they're rolling a lot of advantage.
Yeah, but not a lot of where it counts though. Alrighty, so last where we left it off, we had Twyla singing her song to make people sleepy. It worked great for the most part until it didn't work thanks to teammates. We've got the Prince here was running with Tim, and now he's totally going to hook up with Twyla. Because after all, you see he's got like a musical instrument there himself, so it'll totally be a musician riff-off. And then we have Bob and Index running with the pot right through the guards. Right through the guards. And
where's my horse?
Your horse is way back at camp.
I mean, how far is it to the camp?
Like a good. It's long distance. It's like a good football field away.
Because like we had our wagon, and we basically just like rolled up to the party.
See, if only Tim had thought in advance that he couldn't make it, and he was sneaking out to get the wagon ready for y'all. That would have been a genius thing for him to throw out.
Is there anybody out here in front of the front gate?
It seems mostly wide open. It's almost like the guards that are currently surrounding you are the only guards that were really left on duty. The rest were allowed to go have chill time.
And are those guards Scruple's 3 guards?
Each of those is 3 guards. Yep, the 3 little dots.
Yikes.
You have a nice, large 9-man procession of guards surrounding the two of you. And look, the map just got bigger. Sounds like somebody's wanted to make a run for it, so I figured I'd make it bigger. So any last minute conversation before we jump into action? That's totally my excuse to buy you time for food.
No, it's going to be another like 5 minutes before he gets here.
I was going to say, oh no, did he get diverted?
No, just that's how long it takes. It's 3 lights, but they're, long stretches of road down here in South Tucson.
South Tucson roads.
Yep.
Okay, so who is going first?
What's
do that?
What's the order? Like how many of us versus them?
2, 1, 1.
Looks like we've
2,
split you guys
1.
up beautifully.
Well, it seems like Tim, no, like Bob and I should go first because we are both moving this jug thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we're at least then we're together, and it'll be easier to figure out the logistics of that.
And you can totally just say whoever's doing the help assisting that I'm putting all my stuff into moving however far the other guy goes.
That's it. I'll follow Bob, whatever he wants to do.
Index is in auto follow mode. He went /auto.
Otto von Autumn Bottom, you might say.
Okay, so that brings us up to who's going next. I'm assuming it would be Bob at this point.
Yeah.
So they can get moving.
So the way this works, I can attack and then move, right?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Question is,
or you can move twice.
Yeah. Do you have the strain left to be able to double move after you attack?
No. I've got 3 strain left, and I want to keep it just in case.
You might want to just move.
You could always try lying too. I mean, deception could be a thing, or.
We are, after all, protecting this valuable artifact from the bad guys inside the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're totally getting a free upgrade on their roll.
Yeah, this guy doesn't do that.
Don't you do primal magic? Isn't that cunning based?
You know the saying you can sell ice cubes to an Eskimo?
Mm-hmm.
I could sell ice cubes in Haiti.
Okay, so what are you gonna do? You see, these 3 are chasing up behind Index.
Right.
Index is looking at you like he's not sure about this plan, but he's got your back. These 6 are there to straight up say, "What are you doing?" As Joseph's food apparently arrived, we know who's going last. As you think, I'm going to grab some of my food. Mainly because smelling barbecue while you're sitting here is really hard.
I don't know. The 2 options are attack and move or double move. Attack and move might actually take some of them down. Double move, I don't know if they just follow and then still attack us.
If only we had some horses that we could use to kill these guys.
Tell them to get up on the horses and then push them off.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, would you be so kind just to get up on this horse so I can knock you off and kill you? Thanks, that would be so awesome.
As Index is even willing to convert to horse stairwell mode. Allow me to assist you. What option is Bob gonna go for?
Option number 3, the safety dance.
Phone a friend.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Look, it's karaoke again!
As the bard is trying to trick everyone in the party to flash karaoke.
Yeah, let's see how fast they can run, and let's try a double move.
Now the question is, what direction are you going?
Away.
I mean, the bridge is down, so crossing the moat is not a problem, but...
So a double move is 8?
Uh-huh. Ah.
Let's go there. Oh, I can't move the...
I totally can move everybody. And you know what? I will totally give you guys the power and authority to move the jug. Okay?
Oh. Is the jug ceramic or metal?
The jug is clay. It is fired hardened bone china. It's
so it's
really
not a good idea
thick,
to use it to beat up people.
You probably don't want to do that. You could try, but you probably don't want to do that.
Okay.
Break the urn, have the spirits of pissed off kings and queens coming after you for desiccating their corpses.
Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad plan B.
Their bodily
Especially
remains
for the necromancer.
guards. We'd go out. I don't know what's going on.
So, needless to say, the guards will go next. And they are not willing to take strain because, well, they can't afford it.
How much strain is it, 2?
Yep. So this one will come here. This one will come here. And they're saying, halt!
How are they not taking a double move and still going as fast as we are?
Because they're using their action, just like you guys did.
No. I used my action and strain, and I'm not going further than they did.
Why are you using... Because remember, you can only do 2 moves. That's the max. They're using their move for 4, and then they're using their action as a second move. That's why they're moving and not attacking you.
Oh.
Because they really can't afford to lose that much strain.
Okay. So that means that we actually have an attack available.
No, not unless you decided to take 2 strain.
Okay. I thought we were taking 2 strain.
No, you can choose to. Now remember, you have an action, a maneuver, and an incidental. If you want to take 2 strain, you can take a second maneuver, or you can turn your action into a maneuver. But you can still never take more than 2 maneuvers.
Oh, okay.
Frankly, you actually get more than 1 incidental if you have things that give them to you. But
yeah. So you don't need to take strain unless you wanted to take an action as well.
Okay.
Much like you being low on strain as it is, these guys don't want to use up their strain because technically for them it's hit points. They die easy enough as it is. Okay, so as Tim goes,
speaking's a non-action turn, right?
Yeah, that's a freebie.
Okay, I'm gonna say there's all sort of fighting back there. We're saving this. Do I expect them to believe it? No. It's not action, so I don't even have to roll or can't roll.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it's not as good as a deception because you're just saying, "Well, we're taking this away."
It's about as good as my deception.
So inside, as the guards outside are chasing these 2 clowns stealing the giant jug, these 6 guards go running after Tim, who just went running crazy, waving his hands in the air like he did not care. And they're just like, stop him before he gets to the warlord and tries to kill her. As these 3 come to capture the prince, because they flat out know he's out of his chair, he needs to be dragged back to it. Oddly enough, these sleepy guys are still sleeping. So who's going next? And these guys seem to be holding the back door like they don't want anyone coming out this direction.
Go ahead, Twyla.
Well,
and
should I try and keep these guys asleep? Or...
I mean, it's only one strain channel.
I mean, also, eventually, you're going to need to make your way out, too.
Exactly. Or should I try and help the prince?
As she jumps on her mandolin and flies out like a witch.
If I move this way, but continue my song.
You can totally, for one strain, keep your song going. Are you you're wanting to get engaged with those guards?
Well, I want them to fall asleep. I don't want to get anywhere near them, actually.
Well, if you're looking to cast it on more people, that's going to require a skill roll. Which you can totally do, but it will count as another casting of your spell.
Well, what if I go this way and then cast it?
You can only
try and get the guards.
Twilight, you're thinking of this too much like D&D. It's not D&D. You can have as many of your spells going at the same time as you can maintain.
As long as you keep spending the one strain for each spell you're concentrating on, that's all that matters. You can keep casting your spell over and over and over and have 5 different concentrations going.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and.
You did walk too far.
I did.
You walked 1 square too far. There you go.
Okay. Just singing here. Nothing to see here. Hopefully.
And don't forget to pay your 1 strain for maintaining the spell that you're maintaining. And who all are you trying to get with your spell? Because remember, your mandolin. Well, that one's already asleep. So as long as you're channeling, it stays asleep.
Is this guy already asleep?
See the little
Which were the ones that were going to go after the prince?
This was the one going after the prince, that trio.
Okay, so I want him included.
Okay. So you want to pay your 1 strain to keep your old spell going?
I did.
And then get ready to roll your verse for the new spell.
Okay.
And you want to use it on 3 people. Is there anything else that you're wanting to do with it?
No, I'm slowly making my way to the door, and hopefully the prince will follow, but if he doesn't, it's not my problem.
Not your circus.
And he's not my monkey. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, I am now. Okay, go for it.
Wow.
That'll do.
I do believe that's the in-your-face GM laugh she's making there.
I wasn't even on the page, and I could tell by her laughter what she told.
It would have nice to have gotten some advantage, so I could have gotten some, strain back, but I'll take it.
So what would you like for your triumph?
Well, for the triumph, okay, of course, everybody's going to be staying asleep because I was successful, or like the ones. But for the triumph, now, because I'm doing the spell to keep those guys asleep, that, of course, to break the sleep, they would get negative dice, but the prince is not affected.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's a gimme.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you're putting them into a coma and not sleep.
Yeah, pretty much. They're gonna be, dead to the world.
That's pretty fucking metal.
It's not a lullaby, it's lullafry.
They're all going to be asleep until the prince who truly loves them gives them a kiss.
Yes, exactly.
And then a bard comes in singing Purple Rain.
No, that's not true, because she meant them some harm. And she meant them some pain.
And they're having nightmares to boot. No, actually, I want them, really, really pleasant dreams, because then they'll be less likely to wake up.
And the warlord's going to come over here and smack down on Tim.
Yay!
No.
And does Tim have any defense? Let's find out.
Probably not.
His defense is crying.
Yeah.
He has defense 1. That will save him.
Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
And she will gladly spend the 2 strain to pull her weapon out and get ready to intimidate him horribly. So I'm totally waiting for someone to click a point, but nobody's apparently going to waste one on Tim.
Nope.
Poor Tim. It's the dramatic end of the season. Someone has to die sometimes.
Wow, that did not roll correctly.
That sounds right.
The muffin's going to be toast.
That did not roll correctly either.
No, I like that one.
I'm like, why is that not working? Oh, that's why. That explains so much.
So much.
So much.
So much?
Survey says.
Damn.
That's not bad at all. He could survive worse.
Tell you what, that black die did save him.
Okay, so he takes 8 points of damage before his soak of 1. How does he only have a soak of 1?
There's no way.
He wasn't here when we were figuring out what we were gonna buy with our armor and stuff.
He's wearing leather armor with soak of 1.
What's his strength?
His brawn is 2. It should be 3.
That means he has 4 soak.
Okay.
How does he have 4 soak? He should only have 3.
Isn't leather armor 2 soak?
Nope, just +1 according to what he wrote on it.
Ugh.
I think that's how it is in Terranoth.
So he's going to take 5 points of damage.
You are correct. It is 1 soak. Because that's what I got.
As he makes this horrible noise and looks over at you guys heroically.
Must be thin-skinned cows in Terranoth.
Yep.
As he looks at you guys and goes, "Escape! I'm willing to lay my life down for you all."
I'm pretty sure all that comes out of his mouth is, "Mommy."
We won't know it's muffled.
And needless to say, these guys are going to move back. They get a little signal from a certain person in the crowd, and the orcs seem to not want to fuck with Twyla right now. It's almost like they're a band of mercenaries that don't got no skin in this game.
We know a band of mercenaries that have skin. Oh, God.
As you're dying on your food.
I have chimichanga stuck in my throat.
Don't chibi choke to death.
We know
so
a band
Korik,
of skin.
As your chimichanga of death is trying to kill you, what are you gonna do?
So let's see. These 2 are awake and she's awake, right?
No. That all of these guys are asleep.
Oh, I don't see the symbol because the. There we go. Well, in that case, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll move 4. I will spend 2 strain to draw my bow. And I will shoot the warlord.
Oh, damn. Okay, so Karama. She's only got a melee defense, not a range defense.
That's what I like to hear.
As the cats are jumping on me again. Okay, so we are at medium distance, I believe.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so I've got your 2 purple in there. I've got, you can't aim. And I can't spend any story points, so I got your dice pool set.
I'm reading through my talents because it's been a while.
She is not scared of your little kitten bow.
That
Look at the
may be
kitten
her
pluck
undoing.
her strings.
Oh, hey, I have quick draw. So actually,
take that strain back.
Yeah, well, instead of taking the strain back, I will make it an aim.
Ooh. Okay, I've got the blue dice in there for you.
And I will suffer 2 more strain to gain the linked quality on my bow.
Ooh. And what does that do is you now shoot a volley of arrows.
I don't know. I'll use the story point to find out.
Yes, I'm back in the game.
You are back in the game.
The game.
The game.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ready?
Yep, go for it.
Ah, no linked. Oh well.
I like that. Yes, she lives another round.
Those yellow dice did not do much, and those purple dice did much.
So deliciously effective with the 3 fails.
Whew. Anyway, that's still gonna be 9 damage.
9 deliciously soakable points of damage.
Yep.
She'll
That's my
gladly
turn.
take that arrow, and she'll be just like looking at you, and she gives you that classic wrestler move where she just points at you and does her finger across her throat that she's gonna kill you. But first, she's gonna kill the Muffin Man. And so I got kind of concerned because I couldn't see his life bar for a second there. I'm like, how much hit points does he have left? Oh, not that many.
Not that many.
Her red circle looks the same color as his life bar. So top of the order, who's doing what?
Guys, keep running.
Okay.
Yeah, for the sake of this, because of the way that we're carrying the jar, am I engaged with? Am I in engaged range with
Bob?
Bob?
We'll say yeah. If you have something that helps with that, yeah.
I do. I want to. I figure that spending strain on moving and actioning is dumb, so I'm going to augment us with haste. Specifically, I'm going to augment us with haste and swift, which is free with my runestone. And what was the other one I was going to do? Haste, swift, and additional targets. That's what I needed to upgrade to. Haste and swift are free, so I need to roll 4 purple for this augment.
Yowza.
Sorry, is it base 3 and then 1 extra for additional person?
Base 2 and 2 extra for additional target.
Ugh.
Yeah, but it gives you a free additional target. You don't even need to get any advantages for it. It's rough though.
Yeah.
But you still get the benefit of augment. So, where'd my character sheet go? Hitting too many buttons. Okay. Is the 4 purple set up?
The 4 purple 1 upgrade is set up.
Okay. Then I'm going to use a. Oh, did you use a story point?
I did. I did use a story point.
Dang it! I thought you didn't have a story point.
Thankfully, our
Joseph gave him one back.
Our scoundrel gave me one, and this is a beautiful time for it.
Okay.
Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh, that's not interesting at all.
Oh well.
So you do get 1 advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to use it to recover 1 strain.
Okay, so you start to call out and do some
Can you give me a blue on my next thing instead?
Yes.
I'm about to do something possibly really stupid.
Okay. The next person that goes gets a blue die.
Okay. So conveniently, who's going next?
Invisibility is the miscellaneous spell, right?
I do believe it's a miscellaneous utility spell, yeah.
Okay. And extending it to him would be +1 purple, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the jar?
If he's doing, if utility has an additional target component, then the first target should be free just for paying the difficulty enhancement, and then he has to use advantages to pay for extra targets.
Sort of like hitting with a machine gun on auto fire.
It looks like, in general, no. Yeah, additional targets can be between 1 and 2 purple, so whatever you decide.
So it's like selling children or selling drugs to children.
It's like selling children to drugs.
Yeah, that's.
We called it the DARE program.
They didn't know what drugs were. We went into their classroom and we told them what they were and where in town they could buy them.
And what the right terms for them were.
Yeah, and the
now,
going
if only
price.
we covered I was gonna say, if only we covered the going rates.
Okay,
So
I am also using blood sacrifice to turn 2 wounds into 2 successes.
Okay.
I used a story point for an upgrade.
Okay. And we're talking 2 purple, right?
Yeah.
Utilities, are they 1 purple or 2 purple?
Oh.
I think they started at 2 purple for utility.
Utility difficulty is determined entirely by the GM.
So we're talking 3 purple total? Okay, so I've got your difficulty set with an upgrade. You can feel the magic urn is sucking up all the magic energy like poor Index. He tried to cast his haste, and the urn just sucked up all the magic energy.
Is it sucking up the energy?
According to your dice roll, it did.
So you're saying it sucks?
It sucks and it's ashy.
Okay, so do you have the 2 free successes in there, or we're just going to add it?
We're just going to add it.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, go for it.
Boom, baby!
Okay, so
I get the advantage for the extra person. I do not get additional advantage for strain, which I was hoping for.
Yep, now that you're down to 1 strain left.
But I have 5 successes. And I'm going to yell, now, teleport!
Okay, and as you guys in the late night air just wonk out invisible.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we're going to move a single move. Let's see, that's 4, right?
Yep.
This way. And he should feel me tugging the urn to follow me. Or if both of us are invisible, can we see each other?
No, unless you had some extra advantages. It's a good thing you're holding on to the urn handles.
Right.
As these guys are looking around befuddled going, what the deuce?
Oh, and I'm going to use an additional story point as an incidental to get back 3 strain.
And how do you do that?
As
it's a really handy talent.
Because I have heroic recovery.
That's a good talent to have.
Yes, it is.
Because it feeds me with story points. Okay, so meanwhile, inside here, the warlord sees Twyla sing her little song and make her people fall asleep. Korik shoots her with an arrow, and Tim is like going, neener, 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 neener. And she's not happy with that. She's not happy at all. But damn it, she's only got 2 things, and one is her breastplate. So she's going to go ahead and swing on Tim because she believes in being thorough, and you only hit one thing at a time. None of this hitting somebody then walking away with them wounded. And she's going to go ahead and use her maneuver to aim. As there's this horrible, horrible noise when she pulls her rapier out of the crowd. Because there's now one more body on the floor.
Oof.
Because, yeah, that takes him down to 0. And she's going to crit. So that's 2 crits. Let's see what happens to him. Here's his first crit that she uses her 2 advantage for. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, it's 2 advantage. So he is hamstrung. And as he falls down to the ground at 0, he is compromised. It's a bad day for the Muffin Man.
Yep.
And then you know what? She is totally going to take 2 strain to walk away. Because like I said, she doesn't leave a target behind. She doesn't like the guy with the bow. I mean, it's totally going to be in the bowman's helping hands that she's just moving closer to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
But she may murder the prince. We don't know. And she starts yelling for, everyone to get the bard. She wants to kill Korik herself. So who's
Lovely.
going next?
I'll go next. I will aim. And I will story. And I will shoot at short range.
Oof, that's going to hurt.
Did it just double take the story point?
You must have clicked very, very, very vigorously.
I guess.
You must have had some happy Jimmy fingers.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yep.
There we go. There's 9 damage twice.
Oof, that's going to suck. Uh-oh, got to do some maths here. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is still on her feet, but she looks very, very bad.
And then I will move away.
Okay, so this guy, he's gonna look around. And he's gonna do the whole, hey guys, where did they go? I totally do not see anything exciting happening here. Hey guys, maybe we should have taken some strain earlier. We could have recovered it. Not. And they kind of like spread out and they start yelling for the guard on duty to like light up the torches and start searching. And they're just doing that general to arms kind of call. And unfortunately for our dear bard, these
It
orcs
was a pleasure knowing you.
these orcs are gonna drag you to the ground. What is your brawl?
Really bad. Hold on a sec. It's 1 green.
Are you serious? Do you have any
I'm
melee
a wandering
defense?
gnome.
I will let you add that to it if you have any.
If I have what?
Range. Do you have melee defense?
No.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. So, yeah, they're gonna grab the bard and just hold on to this teeny tiny bard as these 4 big ass orcs, kind of just grab her and manhandle her with her mighty 1 purple. And she's not even flipping a story point.
Just statistically speaking, there's no way 1 is going to help me. I'd rather the guys get to use it, and maybe they can get away.
Oh,
I mean,
so
come on, I've got
you.
1 green in brawl, and there's 4 orcs. There's no way in hell 1 upgrade is going to help me.
So, needless to say, in 1 quick flash of motion, the 3 orcs grab her and kind of throw her up in the air, each holding a limb, and the 4th one strips her mandolin out of her fingers.
Now that is the cruelest thing of all.
I mean, that's what you'd use the Triumph for, right? Disarm the bard. And they shove a dirty rag in your mouth.
Oh, you had to go there.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's probably one of their stockings.
I thought you were going to say it's probably one of their socks.
So, currently, Twyla, you are kind of in a rough spot there. It's your turn.
Well, considering I'm going to struggle, what would I have to do to break free?
You would have to beat their combined brawl roll because they're one big minion group, basically.
With my 1 green. Yeah.
I mean, as an incidental, you can totally spit the rag out of your mouth.
Okay, I'm going to spit the rag out of my mouth, but instead of brawl, can I do charm?
Not in the current situation. I mean, they have clearly seen you put people to sleep and do shenanigans, so...
Well, you can do magic without a focus.
I was going to say, I'm going to, I want to, then I'm going to try and put them to sleep.
Okay, so you're just going to add an extra purple since you no longer get the multiple things for free mandolin?
Yes, please.
Before that guy breaks your mandolin.
Yeah, and I'm going to use a story point on this one.
Ooh. I like how all of a sudden she gets desperate when she's hoisted up in the air.
Well, using the brawl wasn't going to help me, but verse will. Okay, so are you ready?
Okay, these 4 orcs have you strung up, hanging in the air. One's got your mandolin ready to snap it into toothpicks.
Ew!
And you're getting ready to open your mouth.
Ooh.
2 successes and lots of advantage.
So you have 2 successes. So who were the first 2 that you were putting to sleep? Gladly ping them on the map. The one with your mandolin, I see.
Yes.
So you have extra advantages if you'd like to affect extra characters.
Yes, I'd like to affect those two.
Okay, so you're basically burning it all to get all 4 of them?
Pretty much. So that I can grab my mandolin and run.
More importantly, after you are being held up in the air as a trophy of war, do me a favor.
What?
Give me a athletics or coordination as they drop you when they fall asleep.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Let me check my coordination.
I'm giving you a free upgrade, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? Then I'm gonna do athletics because I do have a rank in that. Just the one, but. Okay, you ready?
You can totally burn a story point if you want.
I thought you said you were already giving me an upgrade.
I was giving you a free upgrade. You can always do more.
No, I'm gonna just. You ready?
Yep.
Shit.
Ooh.
Those are some falling off horses dice right there.
So, Korik, you see her fall hard. As, yeah, she fell hard. That's 12 points of damage hard.
Whoosh. Oof.
Okay, I am -5.
So,
That's rough.
I thought he said you only took 4 points of damage.
No, she takes, it's 10 plus 1 for each fail. That's 12. And sweetheart, roll a crit since you're at 0.
Man, this falling is just wrong.
It's because she fell on the orc's weapons.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Critical. There we go. Hold on.
And she fell 3 times her height to the ground. Oh, that's not bad at all.
Gravity doesn't work that way. Small things don't fall harder than big things.
No, it's because it's further to fall when you're smaller.
They fall at the exact same acceleration.
I know, it's a joke. Okay, so what is Korik gonna do? It's top of the order, guys.
I don't know anybody that could die by being dropped from shoulder height, even from orcs.
A baby.
Oh, okay, yeah, a baby.
Old people. Old people. Twyla is a baby old person. So it's top of the order?
It's top of the order.
I am a delicate flower.
Does Korik have a healing potion to throw into Tilda?
I do, but
Twyla.
Tilda?
Do I have, can I spare it right now? How fucked up is the Warlord looking?
Oh, the Warlord's looking exceptionally fucked up. And she's looking right at you.
I'm going to shoot the Warlord again and just...
Look who's being a scaredy cat. She just wants to come up and knife the cute little kitty.
Listen, if she wants to get into a knife fight, I can get into a fucking knife fight. But yeah, so I will, because it's an action to give her a health potion. So
yep,
I will aim and then shoot.
Okay, let me give you your aim there. Don't roll yet. Okay, your blue dice is in for a short range.
All right.
I can only pray bad things happen, and that is not the bad thing I was looking for.
So there's 10 damage twice. And I will impose a black die on the next enemy to go.
Okay, so needless to say, your first arrow does her in.
Oof, not much of a warlord.
Says the guy who did a ton of damage to her.
That's not even the most I could do. Look at that weapon. Has linked 3. Think of what I could do if I had more advantage. Here's 40 damage.
Okay, and anything for your maneuver? Aww. Okay, so who is going next outside?
Let's just continue.
I was going to say, don't forget to spend your strain for maintaining your spell.
Uh-huh.
Let's see how many steps he can go before he collapses.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. How do I undo that?
You highlight it and click delete. Hopefully without deleting yourself in the process. Would you like me to delete it? You got it.
Okay.
So you, the urn, and index are invisible.
And
these guys are kind of wandering around going, where did they go?
Oh, sorry. Where's that measuring thing again?
It's the circle with the tape measure in it.
Ah. 15.
With the heads at 10 and 2.
Okay. Oh, and then I have to go to move.
Now, index, are you helping carry the urn, or are you letting him carry the urn?
I think I'm helping him carry the urn, but I think all I can do is follow him at this point because I can't let go of the urn or else I will lose where he is.
Okay, so Bob, anything for your action?
Oh, that's right. I've got an action too.
Yeah, I mean, since index is helping with the urn, it's not athletics for you to carry it, so you still have your action.
Okay, then let me take another move for no strain.
Are you sure you want to commit index to that? Of course, index could offer 2 strain instead, since he's full of strain.
Yeah, I want to get further away from there before my invisibility goes away.
Okay.
Or he collapses, one or the other.
Well, they're basically equivalent at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, when you go to 1 to 0, does the spell drop when you go to 1 to 0 or when you go to 0 to -1?
As soon as you hit 0, you're tasting the dirt.
Okay.
And as soon as that happens, your concentration is kaput and the spell ends.
Okay.
At the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these guards, they're kind of like, where did they go? And they're looking around, kind of spreading out.
Are there any bushes or anything out here?
There's lots of places to hide if you wanted to hide.
Okay.
As all the orcs are asleep next to Tilda, they're curling up against her in an orc pile.
Tilda.
Twyla.
Tilda.
He's
Okay, so
fondly remembering another character of mine.
Yep. Who is going next?
Twyla is going to lay there.
And I'm going to do it like a boss.
I was going to say, you want her to go last. That way she might have an action.
I mean, she won't because I already went.
Well, this is when, Index, are you willing to take some strain to do an extra action? I mean, is there anything you want to try?
I have no idea what I would do to help her from here.
You could totally do a haste spell on the two of you again.
I can't see him.
Oh, that's right. You could totally do a see invisible spell. That's totally a thing. That could work.
Actually, since I do have that floating action, I'm going to use my Journeyman's Stone to recover 5 strain.
Ooh, okay. And then we zip back inside and we see Tilda hurting, kind of unconsciously reaching for her ribs and her mandolin in the same action. Twyla.
Tilda.
And this orc's coming over here and waking his buddy up. Who's waking up oddly easily right now. Things are getting scary. And the warlord, she's bleeding all over herself right now. And the prince, he stabs her with his, musical instrument. He's
Is
working
that a
out
euphemism?
Some shit. He's working out some shit. Okay, top of the order. Who's going first?
I will give Twyla the potion of ultimate health that I have.
Ooh. And how much does that give back?
All of it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, thank you. I'll give you the potion that I have that I just can't take.
Anyway,
I'll give you the empty potion bottle I got.
No, I mean.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna
go over and murder the prince.
Get right here.
Okay, so who is going next?
Twyla, just run and get behind me.
Now remember, you are prone, so it's going to cost, it's to get up is a maneuver. So you're going to have to take strain if you want to
I will
get up and
take
run.
The strain to get up and run.
Okay, now
I mean, you don't have to take the strain. You could just not take an action.
I was totally going to say you should totally take an action.
I got to get up, though.
Yeah, that's your first maneuver, and then your second maneuver is to move, and then you just don't take an action.
There we go. I'll do that.
Or you could totally use verse music.
Was she able to pick up her mandolin again?
I will give it to her as a freebie that she is, and don't forget
you can get right here. You can get right here, Twyla.
Okay.
Twyla, I
just wanted to mention it before, it was too late.
Yeah.
And don't forget to fill up your life bar, because it's sad seeing you at 0.
I know. Hold on, let me.
And is there anything you want? So you're not taking 2 strain for the double move?
I mean, actually, you have plenty of strain if you want to do an action. If you could have gotten up and then put everyone to sleep and then run, that would be ideal.
Okay, so let's see here. Where's the prince? Where did he go?
He is over here. He's just north of you. He's kicking her corpse.
Well, good luck to him. And the sister is.
She fell asleep, so she was
good.
Not bothered to be woke up by any of her minions. There's going to be hell to raise when she wakes up.
And her sister is dead.
Okay, and if the orcs see that when they wake up, when they see that the warlord is dead, they might switch to looting as opposed to coming after us.
They totally might. I mean, if you want to try, you could always say something and use a skill against them.
Well, they're asleep.
Oh, no, they're not. If you noticed, a few of them are awake now.
It's like, yeah, I am basically going to then let me do, I'm going to do I guess it would be charm, or would that be negotiate? Aha. Basically saying, the warlord's dead. Everyone for themselves for loot.
That sounds like
I'll
leadership.
take a leadership or coercion.
Okay, I'll go leadership then. Okay, how many story points do we have? I'm going to use a story point.
Ooh, you stole it before I could.
And yeah, basically encouraging them to start looting as opposed to, coming after us. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yep. Triumph!
Woohoo!
But 3 threats. Okay, so exactly what do you shout out that is very insanely persuasive?
Let's see here. The warlord is dead. We're unemployed. We need to, grab the loot that you can before, someone else does. There's chests all over this place.
As you say that, and immediately people start looking around, and people start. It's literally like every riot at every Target ever.
Because remember, she had all those different ones about.
All those treasures hanging around. As immediately you say it, and then one person looks, and then somebody looks at that one person, and it kind of emboldens them of like, if you steal something, I'll steal something. And then another guy looks and goes, oh, hell no, I'm going to steal the good shit before you assholes steal the good shit. And you literally see this cascade of greedy bastards looking at what they can steal that's not nailed down.
We're now unemployed.
And for the 3 threats, I'm going to wake up her sister. Because the loud clamor. Okay, that was pretty damn good skill use right there. Okay, so you're seeing this general spread of people running around. Funny thing is that's a picture of one of our players in another game. She actually drew that picture for her character. And you notice that poor Tim is still bleeding to death on the ground. And Dear Prince is going to be running away any second. So who is going next? Guys?
I just
went.
went.
One of the guys out there.
Yep, it's going to be either Index or Bob.
Well, we don't know what's going on out there. So I'm going to burn one more strain and continue the double move diagonally away from the guards and the castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
So you're maintaining the invisibility, and you are moving very far away from everybody. There's now this line of tents that are blocking the line of sight and making you feel more comfortable.
Oh, good.
And for the last slot, that's going to be Index following along, right?
Yes, sir.
Unless you want to take 2 strain and do an action.
I don't know what else Index will do at this point.
There's a nice, juicy-looking lamp sitting right next to an empty tent.
Ooh, delicious.
Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there.
Maybe we are no longer invisible. I guess I was working on D&D rules where you can't do a lot of stuff while invisible. But oh well.
So top of the order, who is doing what? There seems to be a general riot starting in here of looting. Looks like this gal is waking up and wanting to murder somebody. Looks like this guy is getting ready to run, because actually that's what he does do. Is he stops kicking her at the bottom of the initiative, and he comes running past his new friends.
All right, Twyla, you want to just run?
I'm thinking, do we want to try and rescue Tim? Or, I mean, my first thing is I just almost died. I'd rather run.
You run. I'm gonna back you up.
Okay, I am running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since I am not going to, I'm just going to run again. 2, 3, 4, 5.
You mean there?
Oh, sorry, I was thinking.
You come running out and see these guards kind of looking around going, where did they go? Okay, so who is going next?
I'll go next. I will move up and
But I think
9 squares. Is that short or long, or is that medium or long range?
That is medium still.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot because that's what I do.
Okay, are you gonna take some strain to aim or no?
Nope.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And while Kelly's being right back, I've got your difficulty in there for you.
All right. Oof.
Damn.
I delete them.
Okay, so 8 points of damage.
Yeah, that's 8 points of damage, and I will use the Triumph to activate Linked.
Ooh, rather than crit. Very, very smart there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's doing another 8 points of damage.
Indeed it is.
Is that just one link or 2 link?
You can only activate one quality, so I would assume that it only counts as activating Linked once with a Triumph.
So you basically put 2 arrows in 2 of the 3 and murder them coldly.
Yep.
The other guy looks very nervous. Very, very nervous.
Yep, I'm going to give the next enemy to go a black die.
Okay, is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Okay, so...
wait, no. I will move here.
So you'll take 2 strain and move?
No, because my second maneuver was a movement, which means I'm cat-like. I don't take strain for that.
Okay.
So now it's the NPC.
So we're going to have this guard kind of yell out to his friends that, oh my god, the murdering people are back. And these guys are adamantly looking like, where the fuck is the treasures? That shit's going to get us murdered and shoved into a jar. These guys, they're going to kind of backtrack. They're totally out of range, but they're going to backtrack and see this one brave guard come face Twyla. And I think she's almost back from the restroom.
I just got back. What happened?
There's a guard coming to get ya. Do you have a melee defense?
No.
Well, then I'll totally have to do that.
Jesus.
As that guard is coming after you, Twyla. Sadly,
in front of me?
He's the last of his minion group alive.
This one?
Yep, that one. And he is totally going to go after you with his saber.
Oh no.
You're about to be sabered. Wow. Oh, never mind. Ignore that. Ignore that.
Oh, now that's just cruel.
No, why would he have a red dice? He would not have a red dice. He was supposed to have an upgrade.
Jesus.
6
I'm just-
successes.
No,
Just-
that's cruel.
Just gonna roll the upgrade, that's all. So basically a fail, and everything else is a wash. As he basically swings his saber at you, missing horribly.
Yay.
Okay, so our dynamic duo running through the tents with the swag. What do
Okay,
you
so
guys
can
do?
we hear the commotion behind us?
You hear a commotion. At this point, you're kind of like hearing lots of guards shouting out different things, so it's kind of blending into your quick escape.
Do we feel far enough away and safe so that I can drop this invisibility? Can anyone see us?
If you drop the invisibility, you're sure somebody will come stumbling by you.
I mean, directly.
You don't see anybody at the moment, but with the people shouting out the warnings, people are stirring and coming out of their tents.
How far are we from from the nearest carriage?
You're a good medium distance away at least.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be ours. We'll just jack someone else's carriage again.
And no carriages that you can see have their horses hooked up. No convenient escapes except for your camp. Because I'm sure y'all totally left your horses on your wagon, right? You're bad
Yes,
stewards.
of course we did.
Okay, how far away is my horse?
Your horse is a good distance this direction.
Okay. And people are starting to stir around us?
People are definitely starting to stir. When the guards started shouting out for guards and for lights, that kind of got people to start waking up.
Okay, coercion is actually something I have. If I'm sure nobody can see us when we turn visible, I'm going to drop the invisibility spell.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start shouting, "The warlord is dead! Take what you can and run!"
But you don't know the warlord is dead. Are you bluffing? You were long gone before that happened.
Excuse you, he knows me.
I thought you said we heard the guards shouting.
Yeah, shouting at you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, they're shouting because they want search parties looking for the thieves. Nobody knows about the warlord except for those that are inside.
Okay.
Think big. Think grandiose.
Okay. Would Index be able to hide not necessarily hide, but make the urn look like a backpack on his back if we threw a blanket or something over it?
Maybe if you had time and some ropes and could disguise it, sure. But remember, this is a big urn. I mean,
we're not invisible anymore, right?
I don't think he's committed to that action yet.
Yeah, I haven't committed to dropping the invisibility because I'm not sure what I'm going to do afterwards. Yeah, we're going to drop the invisibility.
Okay, as you see the shimmer of invisible smoke disappear, and you two see each other and realize that you've been working so well as a tag team while holding on to this urn and running through the area without tripping over each other or damn tent poles and the ropes.
Okay.
It almost looks like a Roman Legion tent setup where they've just got this whole neighborhood of tents put up. And you see people kind of like clumsily moving around in their tents with the shouts of the warning.
Can we see if any of the tents are empty?
I mean, if you want to commit to looking in them, you can, but just off the glance, you can't really tell. Because those that weren't at the party were actually sleeping. Or off on banditry. I mean, if you want to roll a perception and you do an action, I can totally tell you where the nearest empty tent is. For sure empty, unless you fail. Or roll threats.
I don't have perception.
Everyone's got perception. It's just whether they're good at it or not. See, you totally got perception. Often he's been overheard saying, "Where are my wagon's keys?" And then somebody else, probably Cork, says, "Wagons don't have keys." That's how perceptive he is.
Not bad wagons.
Okay, index. We're out. We have the urn. We're in the middle of an enemy camp. But they don't know that they're an enemy camp yet. Any ideas?
We can burn all of them to death.
Ooh, more chaos.
So what does Bob do? Bob's being dramatic and making us wait for it.
Okay. Okay. I think that we can still go for the looting part. Oh, but that would be a deception, not a coercion. And I've got the same deception as I have perception. Okay. Okay, let's duck into the tent, hide the urn behind us, and if there's sleeping or partially sleeping people, hope they don't see the urn. And okay, yeah, so okay, I got it. We're going to go into the tent, put the urn kind of behind us, stand in front of it so they can't see it if there's somebody there. If there's not anybody there, we're not going to worry about it right now.
Okay, so you throw back the flap of the tent and you kind of like shove yourself in the tent there. Now, quick question, high or low?
Low.
The tent is empty. As you conveniently see that somebody, left it in a nice big bad sort of disarray. There's loose clothes everywhere. There's different, empty wineskins laying about. And it is completely empty.
Okay. Is there like a blanket or something that's large enough to put over the urn?
There's plenty of things since they left it in such bad disarray.
Okay. Is there something big enough to put over Index, tie in front of him, kind of like a cape, and kind of like work it so that way he's got the vase on his back?
What skill are you gonna try to use? How about that? You tell me what skill you have for making a baby papoose for something the size of his torso.
Knowledge adventuring?
That would be pretty hard, I think.
Well, that would be like nut making and...
Okay, I mean, you can try it. It is going to be difficult, though.
Oh,
mainly
okay.
Because the fact you're working in the dark. Do you have night vision? In this dark tent that you're in?
I don't know. Coordination, maybe?
Okay, yeah, as you just try to tie a bunch of coordinated knots. Okay, go ahead and give it a try. You may want to use a story point for this.
Yeah.
Index, are you wanting to assist to give him a blue dice?
I think I'm going to do something else.
Okay. As he's trying to tie this thing to you, and you're just like, why? Why are you doing this? Okay, go for it, Scott. As everything you grab is just too small or too weak to hold. And obviously the dark was not that much of a hindrance to you. Okay, there's a bunch of commotion going on. Lots of looting happening. Who's going last, Index?
I will. You had mentioned that I saw a lantern the previous turn. I would like to go out and I would like to chuck it into the tent.
Okay, so you're attempting to start pyromania and give Bob as much light as you can?
Yes.
So what skill are you going to do for this average difficulty thing?
So what I was actually thinking was I'd like to throw it and use my rune ability to like magically explode it to make it spread more. Like I don't want it. Like I'm not trying to make it to a fireball where it kills people. I just want to make it into a large bloom where it lights more things on fire that will then kill people.
Okay, go for it. I've got a blue dice in there because the lantern is helping you.
Yeah. That is the hope.
As you chuck it and you're attempting to make this beautiful wave of oily fire. Wow! As you throw it, something very bad happens, and you realize you did not pop the cork. Or
Yep.
It's a very strong lantern. As it kind of just hits the ground and rolls to a stop.
It seems to be one of those nights.
How did that happen? But you have 4 advantage. How about this? Your GM has to use the restroom real quick, so let's take a quick break, and then you tell me how to use those 4 advantages.
All right.
Because I want us to keep playing till you escape or die. You hear that? Stay awake, Kelly.
Hello?
Hey.
Okay, everybody just got quiet.
Oh, yeah, James walked away.
Ah.
God, Scott, don't you even pay attention?
I missed that part. Besides which, who listens to what James says anyway?
I guess that's fair.
All right, I'm sorry, I'm back.
I'm sorry you're back too.
I thought so. Okay, so how are you using those 4 big damn advantage?
I'm going to give Twyla an advantage on her next one. I imagine whatever I did was distracting enough that with 4 advantage, can I give Twyla a blue die, and can I give that guard a black die?
I gotta say you guys are too far away for that.
Oh, okay.
Unless Twyla has some good spin doctory she could say about seeing a flying lantern that goes disappearing off into the darkness.
Hey, I can do some, smooth talking.
So you'd use a flying lantern as a distraction?
I could totally do that.
Okay, so I'll let you do that.
Oh my God! It's the ghost of the warlord. She wants us all to flee.
Remember, these guys don't know about the warlord either, baby. They were outside when the murder happened.
But I'm running out, and I'm like, oh my God! I just saw the warlord die, and her ghost is seeking revenge.
So you're lying, are you?
I don't know why you're lying. I can just kill him.
I mean, you can totally do that if you want.
Are we at the top of the order?
That was the end of Index's turn. His flying lantern that did not explode made some cool distraction that somehow Twyla's going to get to say, "What's that?" and point over the guy's shoulder.
Is the prince going to continue running?
Oh my God, what was that?
He is totally running. Right up to Twyla. And he goes, "Where's Tilda?" So who's going first?
Twyla.
You obviously didn't catch that. I just said right up to Twyla. And he says, "Where's Tilda?" It was a joke. So who's going first? They're getting a blue dice.
Twyla, you got a dagger you could stab that guy with.
I do.
His back's not turned.
That's fair. In that case, you should probably just continue running.
Yeah. I'm going to continue running.
Okay, you run past them, leaving the poor prince standing there going, "Oh crap, now I gotta fight the guy." Anything for your action?
You could just continue running this way.
Yeah, I'm going to continue running.
But your wagon's this way.
Which way?
It's that way?
No, it's really that way. But it's fun to split the party. Okay, so who's going next?
I'll go. I'll go here and shoot him.
And shoot the single lone sad guy that's
The
like
sad guy.
Because he's a sad guy.
Go ahead. Waste your points trying to get me to miss.
You say that, and now it's only going to do good things.
Nope, he dies.
As you flick a quick arrow out, and it goes right into his eye socket, and he just drops down at the prince's feet.
Yep, and then I continue running, because I am Cat. This character is excellent for ranged combat.
And then these three guys are going to run after Tilda. See, you didn't catch it that time, or you're on mute.
I'm on mute. Twyla!
Twyla's running. The cat's just dropping people.
And do you have any melee defense? As these guys are coming to hit you.
Me?
You, yes, you.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
You've asked me multiple times in this session, and I've told you no.
And I don't keep track of these things. But they miss you regardless.
Ooh.
Okay, so who's going next? Bob, Index?
Why don't we start heading back to our camp and our stuff?
Are you good at driving horses?
Yes.
Then how about
might even say riding?
Well, no, driving in particular, because he can get the carriage, come back here. Like I can stay here in this tent and guard the vase, and then we can load here.
And by guard the vase, Index really just means stand still holding it. So he looks like statuary.
Just make sure nobody takes it, as opposed to walking through a camp gingerly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm much better at riding than driving, but I should be able to try. Yeah, so I'm going to, without using any extra stealth or strain, head to, but still as quickly as possible, head to our campsite.
Okay, but you're not going to use any stealth? I mean, you don't have to like roll a stealth, but I just want to know because that way if anyone's looking for you, they have to roll against your stealth because you're ducking into cover and things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might as well use some stealth.
So you're using, you're basically diving from cover to cover, trying to keep a low profile to get back to the wagon. That's going to take you about 2 turns, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. But so anyone looking for you, like these guys, will be. Yeah. I'll ask you what your stealth skill is as they look around.
Okay. Do you want it now or later?
Nope. They've already taken their actions, so they can't do it again. Okay, so you're basically heading off this way towards your cart.
Yeah.
There's more looting going on inside. There's a scream and a yell, and of course the guards inside are now trying to like put down the looting and pillaging going on, and then the murdering that's happening when the people want the good shit. And Index, that means you're last.
Let's try the fire. Is the lantern still around?
Nope, you chucked it so hard that the light went out as it hit the ground and spilled some oil. But there is somewhere off in the distance a broken lantern that has no fire, leaking oil.
Then let's just. How
The
about
camera
just
focuses on the oil lamp glugging out oil.
How about just a utility spell then?
Okay.
For just we'll make this a multi-stage thing. Like I just want to light the tent next to us on fire.
Okay, so the tent next to you, so you need 1 dice for range. Okay, so 2 purple.
Yes.
Okay. I like this. I want to see something bad happen, like the fire gets out of control.
Yes, that's the hope.
Triumph, despair, both ways happen.
Jesus.
So you try to do your spark spell and try to light the tent next door on fire, and apparently it's so dirty, filthy, that it does not catch on fire. But you have 5 advantages.
That will actually put me back up to full strain.
Okay, so you're so chill, you're recovering strain. Okay, so top of the order, who's going first?
I will go and get to our campsite.
Yep, that. Okay, so who's going next?
Want me to just shoot the ones next to you, Twyla?
I would greatly appreciate that.
As you totally
I'm
realize,
going to continue running.
He's just using you as a decoy.
You basically are just drawing things into my line of fire, yeah.
Run, rabbit, run.
I'll aim and shoot.
Okay, then I will keep running.
Okay, and they are just out of short range. Maybe that's enough to save them. Now the question is, are you taking strain to get your linked quality? You know you want to get the trifecta.
I will move.
Actually, so is our bard going next then, since she just moved?
Twyla?
Yep, I moved.
Oh, then
okay.
I guess I won't shoot. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, let him go.
As I had the dice pool ready and I looked and she moved. Okay, go ahead and take your shot.
I will move and aim and shoot at short range.
Okay, let me take one of those purples away then.
Yep.
Okay,
and I will take 2 strain.
And you'll upgrade apparently.
Yep. And I will take the 2 strain to
have your length because you're still hoping to get the trifecta.
Well, actually, the 2 strain is after I've done it, I believe. I don't remember anymore.
I mean, we all want to see you get 3 in one shot.
It's before. Okay. All right.
Roll when you're ready.
I will hit them 3 times for 8 damage each.
Okay, so you wing one of them, and then the arrow flies through and basically does enough damage to kill off 2 of them, basically.
Wow.
If only
24 damage.
If only it was 1 point higher.
Wow.
Soak of 5 and 5 wounds, buddy.
And I will regain 1 strain.
Only so damn close.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1 more trio to try it on.
If only I had rolled 1 more advantage, then I could have just put 4 arrows into them.
Okay, so
survive this bitch.
So who is going next? Twyla?
I think it's NPCs go next, wasn't it? Oh no, NPCs need to go, and then Twyla.
Those are NPCs indoors. These guys already swung on Twyla.
Twyla, run.
I'm running.
Just dead south.
Oh, south? Okay.
Yeah,
south,
not even
southeast.
angled, just straight south.
She serpentined. Okay, so that's everybody, right? Top of the order. Is that going to be Bob getting to the wagon that you tortuously left the horses tied up?
Yeah.
As the poor horses look at you. Now, which wagon are you taking? You have your guys' wagon that you started out with, or the princess's wagon?
Oh, we'll take the princess's wagon.
Okay, just wanted to know. Good to know. Okay, so
Because
you're
that
going
has hidden compartments. I also want to make sure that my horse is tagging along.
Okay, so you're going to take a turn to tie your horse up to the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay. You're totally like, we got time, guys. Okay, so who's going next? Index?
I'm not going to do much on my turn. I feel like I'm disconnected from everyone else. So if anyone else needs to go,
I'll go and finish this guy off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll swap to my Qatar and stab the shit out of this one remaining guy.
With his one remaining hit point.
Okay. One remaining hit point.
The dice are on my side now. Because melee defense he's got. Yep.
Melee defense he's got.
Not so much.
So what I'm gonna do is, alright, so that's 7 damage. I'll spend 2 to disorient him, which means that I can add my ranks in Skullduggery to the damage. Well, that's 3. So that's 10 damage. That's 10 damage, okay? And then I'll crit as well. And then since he's critted, I will also make it so that his next check has an upgraded difficulty.
He's going to be dead. He's not going to have a next check.
So after your 7 points of damage, he is dead.
I just think it's funny. I like to point out the ridiculous combo of damage I can do.
He is pining for the fjords.
Yep.
Okay. So, after you murder that guy, that's going to definitely garner attention.
Yep.
These guys are not even going to bother looking around for the guys with the loot. They realize their buddy just got murdered, and they're going to unfortunately end up just shy of double moving to get there. And you know what? One of them is going to take the strain to throw a dagger at you. It's worth the strain. It's worth it. They just saw their buddy murdered. They got no choice. And you have 2 range defense. You suck. Okay, so 2 range defense, he says. And it's almost like they don't have any good skill in this ranged attack. Wow. His 2 range defense was not enough to help him.
Wow.
He does not go unscathed.
He is Steve.
Okay, so he takes some damage. And who's going next? Twyla, Index?
I'm just going to run.
Okay, you can totally just run.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna hold the vase.
You see there's lots of loud noise coming from the castle right now. It does not sound like the party that was happening earlier. Okay, so Index is guarding the vase. Okay, top of the order. Is that Bob tying up his horse?
I thought he did that last time.
Well, remember, it was going to take you 2 rounds, which you've completed to get to the wagons. And
Oh,
now
okay.
you're tying your horse up, so it's taking a 3rd round. But it's good because, you're loyal. You're definitely loyal. And by the way, apparently the news says that Winter Haven is happening this year.
Yes. We finally
Okay.
got the permits.
So Bob is tying his horse to the wagon so he doesn't lose it. Reminds me of the Princess's Bride when he's getting the horses. Okay, so who's going next? Is Korik back? That's probably him making squeaky noises. Twyla?
What? I was just going to keep running.
Go for it.
Because I have no idea where they're going to be, so I'm just going to...
You're heading toward the wagons, right?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay, and these guys are going to take their turn and attack Korik again. This time as a group, so they get all their bonusy dices. And there's 3 of them coordinated together. And he's got 2 melee defense. And I'm out of story points. Okay, so Korik, are you back, or is it Index?
We could do Mike. We could do Index, but all he's gonna do is stand there and guard that vase for a little bit longer.
Okay. I think we may have lost Korik.
Oh no!
I think his be right back was a little more than be right back. Korik, can you hear us? We will take this brief moment to get a drink of soda, because I have not drank enough today. Ah, the crisp sound of Diet Dr. Pepper. And apparently, winter is here because Disney on Ice is apparently coming back. Yes, it's hitting the Tucson area October 14th and 17th.
Ooh.
I'm afraid Joseph might not be coming back. Well, the prince is going to continue running at least. Okay, so we will give him his turn to attack those guys in a second. Who's going next? Bob, are you jumping on the wagon?
Yes, I am jumping on the wagon.
Okay, the horses are like, what are we doing, Bob? What are we doing? Go ahead and give me a drive as you start giving them the hee-yah. As you're wanting to make sure you give a very effective hee-yah.
Tell me when you're ready.
Go for it. As you are driving them like a champ. Okay? Okay, so who's going next? Twyla, you see the wagon starting to kind of pull around the corner there. Are you going to do something fancy like coordination?
I see it over here. Okay, so he's over here, the wagon.
He's driving hot and fast.
Okay, I'm going to start headed that way.
If you take 2 strain, I'll let you try to do a athletics or coordination to jump on.
My athletics is 1 green, so no.
You sure?
Your coordination is probably pretty good, though, right?
Let me see what my coordination is, but my athletics.
I mean, I don't know if he's going to stop the wagon so you can climb on safely.
Well, yeah, my athletics is 1 yellow. My coordination is 2 green.
Both of those are pretty good.
Okay, I'll try and do the athletics. I'll go a little closer and.
Okay, you'll take 2 strains so you can run out there with the pitter patter of your little feet.
Uh-huh.
And you totally have all the story points if you want to do it to be a big damn hero. I mean, you mocked me last time and look what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I did do this.
Twyla's running and she's diving.
And
now the question is, are you diving to get in the wagon or grab onto the horse?
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
The wagon, but
you do the cutest little uppy jump and kind of, you still have one more chance as the back of the wagon is coming up because remember it has that little black part.
Dodged it. I love that movie.
Okay, so now that Joseph is back, we had to totally skip your turn. By the way, you took 6 points and then you took 7 points.
Yep, I took them off.
So go ahead, and I'm assuming you're going to attack them back. Was what you did on your turn?
No, I'm gonna swap back to my bow and move past them and then shoot them.
That's just boring.
Yep. It's boring. It's also the correct way to go about not dying. Wow.
Yes, I went there. I went there.
Wow.
And it was all it took to keep them all alive.
Because in all the dice I had, I rolled a single success.
So, of course, you bobbed and weaved and fired over your shoulder, and it kind of missed, but it kept them from pursuing for the moment. So what would you like for your 5 advantages?
Well, normally you can use 3 success to give someone a free maneuver. Can I use, or not 3 success, 3 advantage. Can I use 3 advantage to remove their free maneuver?
Like they dove prone to avoid your arrow?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, they basically know how lethal your arrows are because they kind of witnessed that shit firsthand. As they all kind of dive for cover when you fired your arrow, knocking themselves prone, thereby increasing the difficulty of attacking them next time.
That's fine. And my second maneuver, I will continue to move. And I will regain 2 strain.
Okay, you notice over here that the wagon is in play. It looks like Bob tied his favorite horse to the horses that were already hitched on the wagon.
I don't actually see a wagon.
Well, there's not a wagon on the map, but you totally see the wagon.
It's an imaginary wagon.
It's a magic wagon.
Magic wagon.
A magic wagon. Okay, so who is going next? Twyla ran up and tried to dive on the wagon, and she came a little short.
Is that a short joke?
It's totally a short joke. I'm being the bigger person. I mean, Bob, if you want, you can pull the reins up and stop the wagon and let her get on board. I mean, you totally can. If
Do I
you'd
see
like
her?
to stop. Oh, yeah, you totally saw her running out there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll
She was
stop.
running like a little Muppet.
Yeah, I'll stop.
Okay, go ahead and give me, she was doing her best Fraggle Rock impersonation. Give me a drive roll to stop the horses.
Hey guys, I need to take 5 minutes.
I
need
was
to take a
thinking,
shower real quick.
since I put my
All right.
well-trained horse on the front, in front of these two horses, can it give me a blue?
No, because it's basically tied alongside. It's not leading them.
Oh.
It's a good thought, though, but unfortunately he's just like tied up to the side of one, so he's got leeway to come and go.
Okay.
There wasn't an extra bridle for him on the hitch. And you stop like a champ. You literally hit the brakes. You totally do the Fast and Furious stop so she can just step up on here. In fact, I'll even give you, yeah, no, that's a threat. So take one strain. Oof. Oof. Bob's down to one strain. Twyla, if you've ever sung your song of stamina.
Okay, next time if you can get me on that, I can sing.
Okay.
Sorry, I swallowed wrong.
It's okay. So Korik, we know that Index is doing something strange in the tent with himself. He's bathing.
Yep.
What are you up to besides knowing that you cannot shoot these guys? Your last chance for the trifecta.
I mean, I could shoot them.
James?
Yeah?
What type of action is drinking a potion?
It's actually an action to pull the cork and chug it down.
Okay.
So, are we at the top of the order?
No, we're at the bottom.
I already went.
Oh, that's right. Then that's Index. He's doing his thing, bathing in the tent. So now we're at the top of the order.
Prince, he gonna run?
Yep, you know he's gonna run. He's like, you and me, cat bro.
He can run faster than that. That's what I thought.
He's too busy looking back to see what cool thing you're gonna do next.
The cool thing I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna continue to fucking book it.
Okay. So a whole bunch of running as you see the wagon over here and Twyla getting ready to get on. Twyla, you gonna get on?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it's just a maneuver for you to step on up. You still have an action if you want to do something.
I'm going to step on up, and I'd like to do verse to. Is he short on? Let's see here. He's short only on strain, and
he's got a little wounds, but it looks like he's about to pass out any second. He looks all pale
and
gaunt.
Can I just try and get strain back for him?
Well, you can do a heal and give him back some strain if you have advantage.
You know what? I am going to.
And that's just one purple because you got your mandolin and all that good shit, and you're sitting right next to him. As you start doing your banjo music while he's getting ready to drive his train to wagon.
Okay, here we go.
Bob, you get back one strain, but you're at full life.
One strain, and I get the 2 wounds back, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And since you've got your mandolin, you can do it to yourself.
Yeah, as I say, and I'm going to take 1 strain back for myself.
Okay, so Bob, you continuing
on? I see the 2 of them running, so I've got an extra turn. I am going to use the potion of stamina and healing that I have, even though I don't need any healing anymore.
Okay, and what does that potion give you?
I do not know. Index?
Who is in the shower?
On the sheet. I don't have it written down anymore.
It's on the sheet. Let me pull up his sheet and look.
It just says 4+.
I do not see it on his character sheet.
On whose character sheet?
On Index's character sheet.
Oh, he didn't have any of the potions. He gave them all away.
Aww.
So I just have a note that says 4+.
Okay, so we'll say it gives you back 4 of your stamina. Glug, 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 glug. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so these guards, they are going to get up and spend their maneuver to come chasing you guys. Sadly, they have fallen very behind.
They are very far behind.
Okay, so Index is continuing to guard the treasure.
Correct.
Okay, top of the order. Who's going first, Bob?
That was a little leading.
I'm going to wait for them to get on first, hopefully.
Aren't we
Bob?
going in the direction of Index?
If you go this way, you will be able to pick them up en route.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
Also, top of the order, shouldn't the prince move?
Go ahead and give me a drive, Bob. Run over the prince.
Do it.
As
Kill
Bob
him.
loses control of the horses, the prince does get hit by one of them. But thankfully, they do go in the general direction. As Bob drives like a wild man.
Man, those purple dice did some work.
It's been rough today.
Yeah.
And this is the crit that the poor prince takes from the getting hit by the horses. That's it. A sudden jolt. He may only take the last initiative slot. Okay, so the wagon is kind of dangerous, so you're not going to be able to board like Tilda did. You're going to have to do action shit to get on board. Because he's basically driving a runaway wagon at the moment. So who's going next?
I guess I can go.
Okay, so you're going to try some big damn hero shit? It's going to be an average difficulty with a black because the horses are scared. Bob's drinking and driving.
Is this athletics or coordinate? It doesn't matter.
You can use either or. So if you're using your agility to bounce up there like a nimble cat, or athletics.
They are the same. 2 greens.
Oh.
You do have more story points than I do. Just gonna say that so I can get some back. This is how I trick you into giving them to me, and I kill you all in one bad drive roll.
I clicked it before you even said anything.
Okay, go for it.
Great.
As you see this sad moment of you dive up and the horse just kind of like narrowly misses your face, and you're just.
That was a cool roll.
That was a cool.
Yes,
roll.
it was.
Why are you rolling cool?
I don't know, but it was. It's all the same.
You obviously missed a vital threat. Go ahead and roll your coordination.
It's
roll
all
the right
same.
skill.
It's the same. There we go.
It's totally different.
Yeah, it's the same roll, just totally different results.
Okay, so you dive up there and you kind of land next to Twyla there, as you're just like, phew.
Whew.
Glad I'm not the prince who got hit by the horse.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guards, they're getting excited to catch up to you guys, and they're really wishing they had bows. They see your wagon, and they understand where this wagon's going. They sense its motion. Sadly, that's all they can do. Okay.
Unfortunately, they have only succeeded in getting closer to us, which is a problem for them.
Okay, so who's going next? Is anyone signaling Index, or is he just going to wait for the surprise?
Mm.
Well, so The three of us are on there. I am going to try and heal Korik.
Aww. And hopefully get Bob some strain.
Exactly.
All
I
appreciated.
I see where you're going there. All right, go ahead and roll.
What? Yeah, baby. Okay, so Korik, you get 2 hit points, or the 2 health back.
Wounds.
And you and Bob, you take 5 strain back, and so do you, Korik.
All right.
As she starts doing her
I'm feeling good now.
her cowboy racing music. Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Rhymes with mandolin, 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 a man. Okay. So, Index, you hear her mandolin music coming up. Do you pop out of the tent?
All right. I'm ready for him.
Okay, you see them coming up. There's a Index, a big damn vase. What is your plan to catch him there, Bob? Are you gonna go to a complete stop, or are you gonna do some cool action shit?
I'm going to go to a complete stop.
Okay, so the prince, hold on a sec. Let the prince make his roll real quick.
Oh.
Unless you're totally giving him that bonus.
No.
Aw,
wow,
that's harsh.
It's a little harsh.
That's harsh, man. And the prince tries to jump and fails. But Bob don't care. Bob ain't hitting the brakes yet. Bob, you're racing over to Index, right? Right?
Oh. I'll let him get on board.
Okay, so you're going to a complete stop. Give me your drive as you tell these horses, "Yaw!" And these horses are getting some serious bipolarness because you're like, "Go stop, go stop." Okay, and they stop, and the prince kind of gets on with his sudden jolt, still kind of affecting him as he's holding off to the back of the wagon. Okay. Top of the order. I'm assuming it's going to be Bob driving like a bat out of hell.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and give me your drive as you're driving like a bat out of hell through the bandit camp. Trying to pick out which one of these is the tent you're looking for. Damn, drinking and driving and out there in the dark with no lights. But that ain't no problem for Bob, who's only taken 1 point of strain. Because he's topped off. As you basically pull out in front of the just shy of the tent that you know Index is hiding inside. Index has got the jug ready to go. The question is Index going to try some action shit to get on the wagon, or is he going to wait till you come up and drive to a complete stop?
That's a good question. I'm going to wait.
You're not going to throw the prize at the wagon and see if they can catch it?
I don't know if you've noticed a trend in my rolls tonight, but
okay, so basically everybody's chilling in the wagon, right? Waiting for Bob's turn to come around.
Yep.
Okay, everybody's chilling. You're seeing the guards are coming up close, but your wagon went like way ahead of them.
Can't you do something about these guards?
Who?
Korik.
I think Bob was asking Korik to kill the guards with his bow.
Is that really necessary?
Bob's getting violent. They're not going to get close enough
slowly.
to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about it.
So Bob,
can't worry about it.
Go ahead and make your roll to come to a complete stop. Bob's driving like a wild man.
No, I am not. I am
Oh.
using all of my skill.
All you can hear is the wagons with Twyla singing dun 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 dun. Oh, them Bob boys. And you come to a complete stop. Index, you gonna get on board?
Yeah, Index is going to get on board with the vase, and at this point, I've got to let you guys go. My allergies are so bad today. I need to take something and knock out.
Okay, so you guys get on the wagon and you guys leave the bandit camp in the dust as you guys fade to dark. As you guys get this montage of you guys on the road having some good camaraderie. The prince is your new friend.
Wait. We want to put the vase in one of the secret compartments. That's why I took this wagon.
Okay, so you wait till you leave a good safe distance to stop,
Right.
so you can put the vase away. As there's this montage of you guys hiding the vase and putting some silks on top of it, and you ride the rest of the way back to your headquarters. You deliver the vase to your client, who then basically proves that they are the right noble king, actually queen, but hey. And then you guys get a hero's welcome at her coronation. As you guys wrap it up there and basically retire to the life of cush adventurerness. So, Twyla, what is one cool thing you do after the adventure montage?
Well, I basically do a sold out performance for all the high nobles and make a killing.
Bob, what do you do?
Oh, yes, I know. I go around, find out who actually had the rest of the artifacts from the bandit camp, and take them back.
Ooh, so you go on an adventure montage of hunting each one of those artifacts back?
Yes.
And do you take them back to your rightful place? Or do you keep it for the adventurers group?
Is the rightful place... Well, first of all, I don't know how long they've been missing.
Basically, they're different cultural treasures. I mean, nobody can rightfully say they own any one of them. It's like archaeological things. The line of ownership is like hazy at best. It's more made up at worst.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to be keeping them and researching who actually should be the proper owner of these things.
Okay. And Index, you go into a montage where you create mini indexes, and it's like that episode of Futurama that Bender makes a bunch of tiny benders. See, you didn't complain. Tim was brought back from the dead as the warlord's sex toy, and bad things were done to him. And what does Korik do for retirement? Not that he'll ever retire. That's fascinating.
He will ever be a murder floof.
It's what I do.
And what is your retirement?
I mean, Index and I are still doing our job, robbing places.
As the job never ends.
Exactly.
Only now you've got a harness for Index so you can ride him into battle.
Absolutely.
He's now a weapons platform. And we will say that's a good place to retire these characters for now. Of course, that is one nice thing about Roll20 is it does keep the characters.
Yep.
Now the question is, what do you all want for the next game? Oh wait, we've already decided that. Cyberpunk
Beanstalk,
Cops.
right?
Yep, Android Beanstalk. So you're Cyberpunk Cops.
Nice.
Yep.
And it sounds like you have a very strange mix. What, 2 cyborgs, a clone, a bioroid?
I haven't even decided what I am yet.
And that's true. We were waiting for your undecided still. So we have a clone soldier, a bounty hunter soldier. I mean, a bounty hunter cyborg. And then we have a clone investigator. And I think we have either a Gmod or a bioroid rigger. Or runner, not rigger. Runner. Rigger is the other game. Yep. It's because I've got the Aces book right here open to riggers.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to play yet, which is ironic because Michael didn't know what he was going to play, and I gave him a copy of Shadow of the Beanstalk so he could figure that out. And
and he went with the cyborg bounty hunter, even though I don't know what cybernetics he's picked yet.
I don't know. I don't know if he's thought that far ahead.
But
I took
we have
cybernetic eye.
Yep, she went for the eye.
Look with your special eye.
Got my eye on you.
And I know Eric is going with a hacker because he sent me a message and we were hashing out how the fuck something works.
Oh, some of the hacking rules are so clunky.
Yeah.
But they have to be for the setting.
It was one for like crafting a program where you could basically launder money from someone.
Yeah, we were talking about that one. At first he was worried because he's like, but wait a minute, the program costs more to make than it makes. It's like, yeah. But the program is making you money while you're hacking. It's an extra. So that's why it costs more, because they don't want you actually coming out ahead if you're using that program.
Well, no, you will come out ahead.
If you're willing to put the upgrades.
Why bother doing it?
Yeah, if you do the upgrades, like you can. So if you take the average of the rolls of the D100s as 50, and you have 3 skullduggery and you crafted it, then it costs you.
Let it ride.
Yeah, then it costs you 200 to make because you crafted it, because it's half price, and then you make 1 roll, and then 2 rolls, and then 3 rolls effectively.
But then again, that's why you don't. It's like TurboTax. You don't buy the software.
Exactly.
If you're buying the software, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, but I mean that's basically 6D100 worth of money.
Do you have to repay that money every time you use it, or once
it's a one-time use.
It gets burned up when you use it. So basically, while I'm hacking the security to break into a building, it happens to be stealing money from the company at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's basically a side effect of your hacking, is you're getting money out of it.
Yeah, and so in that case, assuming that you succeeded on the rolls, you would have made an average of 350 with a maximum of 600 credits, and then you minus out the 200 it cost you to make. If you have 4 skullduggery, it gets even better.
It gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's all a side effect of hacking something. So it's totally, you're hacking the back door to a bar, and you're siphoning funds from their account at the same time. As coincidentally, by the way, here's some money you made.
Yep.
As one does.
Because it's basically a utility program you put into your hacking program as a bonus. But it does upgrade the difficulty of all your hackings because of it. Because it's like having a worm in a computer. It's doing other shit. So people just might notice it doing other shit while you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
So
that's no good.
And it could make things more difficult. I mean, that's why it's totally optional if you're going to use it, too. So we know who's paying for the donuts. And in the group Skype chat, I did share the New Angeles City Tour Guide. It's basically a player-friendly fluff guide to the different parts of town. If you guys want to pick where your precinct is.
It sounded like we're needing a medic.
I didn't really see a lot of medicness, but remember, you are cops. You can call first responders.
True.
You can totally call medics. And by the way, medics totally carry tasers on them. They specifically wear one of the best ranged tasers in the game. Why? Because
That's
they don't
pretty
want
funny.
to die.
That's pretty funny.
You know, they're not as bad as the Black Van, medics from Shadowrun, but still, they know shit happens.
Yep. I might go medic. I might go detective. It sounds like we could probably use a detective.
Well, don't we have an investigator?
Did we?
Yeah.
Yep. We have a clone investigator.
Well, shit.
Well, remember, you get so little skills that you could totally use 2 investigators that turn out completely differently. Especially if, say, one goes good cop, one goes bad cop. And I have a feeling that
They have
clone
a dynamic for that too. In the
the good cop, bad cop talents that support each other.
Yep.
And it totally sounds like the clone is the good cop, right? Right?
Oh, I'm super good cop.
He's by the book. Literally, he was cloned by the book.
Yep.
And
so if you want to be bad cop,
I'll just be Miller from The Expanse. The worst cop.
The grudgiest cop. He's the cop that gives you cringe. Because you totally know he's of that type of cops where it was like, everyone's taking a cut so that way no one feels like anyone's going to turn anyone in.
Yep.
And tomorrow he may decide to be a good cop. Why? Because there's something that catches his attention, not cop-based. Oh, and I did share the gearbook too, by the way, that had some extra stuff.
Nice.
It's got some, there's nothing like amazing, but there is some cool shit like the Lazarus patch. It's the ability to possibly revive a character who has suffered death on the critical injury chart.
Yep.
You make an average medicine check if you can revive them within 1 round of dying. It is a 1,000 credit patch, though.
That is pricey.
And of course,
but you don't die.
There is the also knockoff painkillers. They're only 15 credits instead of 25, but you suffer 1 strain every time you take it. It's the Akamatsu brand painkiller. Because it's the knockoff. So you heal, but you lose 1 strain when you heal. And of course, it's got some extra robots in there, which is always fun. The Canine Guardian dog. I can sick robot dogs after you guys. I'm totally going to sick robot dogs after you guys. And don't know if you've noticed it, but in the Roll20 lobby for that game, you do have 3 police hoppers. So that totally means you can crash 2 of your 3 hoppers. Because requisitioning repairs, well, that's a requisition. Good luck with that. And there is going to be a random dice roll number of cam droids available to you guys.
Oh, cool.
And using the same rules for Star Wars troopers for requisitioning stuff. So you guys can totally ask to requisition police issue gear. That's totally a requisitional thing, but it depends on who's negotiating and what rank the items are. Because, someone eventually is going to want a riot shield. Just saying.
Come on.
Is there the equivalent of the Star Wars rank in this Android thing?
What do you mean by Star Wars rank?
Oh, it's not called rank.
Duty.
You mean duty?
Duty, yeah.
Not really.
So that means we can never get better at requesting things.
Well, no, that's strictly a negotiation skill.
There is the favor economy.
Yeah, you can totally do the favor thing. If you're willing to drop
Cash
a
in some
favor,
favors.
that's totally a thing. I mean, think about how often with cops it's calling in the buddy system. Just be aware, someone's going to cash back. You know, it's like Vampire. Someone's going to call in that marker. And you don't want to be the guy that says no when they call in the marker.
All right, folks. I'm going to take off.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, later.
Good night.